pretty fascinating that now 20 years later, Carpenter's Church is still here, and it's still helping the marginalized and the poor and the homeless and the lonely.
We're celebrating 20 years this year, and we're celebrating a lot of growth. We're also remembering a lot of our foundations and the things that have shaped us into who we are today. At the core of who we are and what we're doing, a lot of people see housing and a lot of people see the wellness clinic now, and it's really exciting to be able to provide those resources and create opportunities like that. But we also, at this 20-year mark, remember that everything that we have today was built through relationship. In 1997, we started with a group of people who started hanging out with people in the foyer of Carpenter's Kitchen, which is a weekly soup kitchen that serves a meal on Sundays. And one of the things they realized was that there was a lot of people hanging out, waiting for the meal, and not attending any of the churches around here. And since most of our members and friends were people that were homeless, and many people lived in the neighborhood and didn't have a lot of access to resources, the place where we met, Carpenter's Church, became a home for a lot of people.
I remember so many times talking to people, asking why they're Carpenter's Church, and time again they would tell me that they had gone to other churches and they either didn't feel welcome, or in several cases they were actually asked to leave. And they were so happy to be able to come to a church that would accept them. And so that was really cool, and that was exciting to see.
It was in the summer of '98, and we were leaving the kitchen, and I was feeling pretty down, and I was really kind of messed up that weekend. And I got through eating, and they were leaving, and I was leaving. I was walking down the sidewalk, and Brent McKay looks up, and he just says, "Hey, Warner, have a good day." And I look back, and I seen Karen McKay smiling, waving at me, and and I just thought, wow, they actually know my name. Wow, that's kind of crazy.
The original people that started Carpenters, I think it was Brent McKay and Jim Beck, and they changed my life. I mean, got me off the streets, got me out of drugs, basically. I'd always been a pretty good person, but once I got on drugs, I wasn't. I've never done drugs since I was baptized here at Carpenter's. That's going on 12 years now.
In 2002, a friend of mine, Brad Seaton, invited me, and I went there and pretty much loved how church was done. Back then it was in couches and very like family style, and it turned into a family.
Back in the day, man, we had that big old church building. Jim was thinking, what can we do to help people? And I said, well, I have a place to live, but there's a lot of people out there who don't. And so we started trying to put them up in the little rooms up there, but it didn't work out too well. It really didn't. We would try and it wouldn't work, and we'd give up for a little bit. Then we'd try again. And, we were sitting around and we were just thinking, man, if we could just get some kind of building for people to come and stay.
So in 2005, with the revitalization of North Overton, Carpenter's Church moved to South Overton, right where we are today, built a new building and started operating as a community center in this place, but also continued to meet as a church in this place.
After about 10 years of trying to get Carpenters founded and started, building the relationships with the people, we were tired, and my wife and I wanted to go back to Kenya, and we handed it over to Chad and Jamie after about 13 years, knowing that they would carry it to a whole new level. But we had no idea how high that level would go.
We done come a long ways, definitely a long ways. I didn't ever think that Carpenter would grow like we did, but man, it's awesome how God done really blessed us.
A lot of people make promises, but Carpenters came through, especially for a lot of us. You have folks out there say they're gonna do this, do that, but Carpenters came through, They're trying to help people and study not only back then or helping now, you're still going on their own thing.
We're open every day as a community center for people to come in, meet with each other, build those relationships, have a personal connection with people that can help connect them and support them.
Here at Carpenter's Church, we see more than 200 people each week at the community center. It's a place where anyone can come in and connect with helpful people and resources. It's like being able to take a shower, store your belongings in lockers, a place where you can eat breakfast every morning, where you can attend classes to develop life skills, but most importantly, a place where you can meet and talk with people on a consistent basis.
Carpenter's is racially diverse, it's economically diverse, it's educationally diverse. We have people with doctorates and people that are illiterate, a place where all of those barriers are broken down. And what I imagine heaven will look like one day, that we're all there worshiping God together, and so why not start now on earth?
Well, I really like our church and community dinner because that's when we're actually all together, and we really love each other a lot more when we're all together in one room. And I think that is the best thing that they could do, is just love us, because that's all they do, is they love us.
The Housing First program started at the house next door, and I like how it evolved into the houses that you see now, and how it actually helped a lot of people that actually needed to get off the streets, like Ricardo and Red.
We were pointing at certain houses and like, man, wouldn't it be cool if we could buy that property too, and that one, or even start buying any of these. That was not even 4 years ago. It's insane how fast it happened.
Now you see, man, there's a whole block of houses now and stuff. It's like the prayers from way back then are being answered today. It's kind of like, Moses, he led everybody up to the promised land, but he wasn't the one to take them in to the promised land. So you had to hand it off to a new generation.
One of the most amazing things has been seeing housing come up. It's been a dream of Carpenter's for a really long time. Even before I was around, we dreamt of having a place that people could call home. So we kind of sank our teeth into researching and meeting with other groups who've done housing before and trying to figure out what we felt like our niche needed to be. And it became pretty obvious our niche needed to be specifically housing first. And now you get to see just the beginning of what we hope is going to be a beautiful journey of getting to see our friends not just get into a home, but be able to have the support that they can sustain that home.
I've known the Carpenters, the people there, for roughly 4 years. Sometimes I had to sleep on the church porch. I even slept here before a couple of times. God has a plan for me, and I'm trying to see kind of what that plan is. So it's time to sit still and humble myself and let him do his thing. Since I did mine, and it wasn't all it was cut out to be, it was overrated, so it's his turn. They said go to the assessment, see if you qualify for one of these places. They came and found me and told me, hey, Kevin, would you like to live here? That's how Jamie did. She says, come here, I want to show you something. She says, do you like it? Would you like it? And I'm like, wow, what do you mean? It blew me out of the water. Do I like it? Would I like it? But of course, it's not where you start sometimes, it's where you finish.
One of the most recent developments at Carpenter's is the wellness clinic. Like everything that we do, it's grown out of this recognition of what do we really need within this community? What's really going to be helpful to us?
Being that I'm a nurse, the medical program is what brings the most joy to my heart. I see that as being birthed and the seeds planted from the beginning, with women just sitting around being able to talk to each other, walls coming down, people being able to say, well, I feel this way, I feel that way, and being able to help each other with small things. As a nurse, I see so many opportunities that are missed, that small changes can make a huge difference in someone's life and can change the quality of their life, the length of their life, just their overall daily well-being.
We used to have people at the church building for checkups and heart pressure checks and blood pressure, and things like that. And we had people coming doing that. And now we got our own medical building beside the church building.
I think Carpenter's Clinic is gonna provide a lot of help for people that don't have Medicare or insurance.
The work God is doing, Carpenters, nowadays, the clinic, what is next, God knows.
This journey has been amazing. It's been unpredictable, it's been difficult, it's been beautiful, it's been a great many things.
In 20 years, I think there'll be another 20 years. Carpenters will just keep going because God is here and God is about the work of His people.
So in December of 2016, we received word from the Department of Housing and Urban Development that our grant request was approved. And so our first grant to HUD has been approved, and in 2017, we'll be bringing 20 units of Housing First to Lubbock. as well as supportive services for all of those units. So we are super excited. That's going to be on top of what we're doing now. So at the end of 2017, we expect to have 25 or more people in Housing First.
We are incredibly excited about the future of Carpenters, the future of Lubbock, and the friends and family that the poor and the marginalized and the homeless in this city now have.
So here at our 20-year anniversary, we are grateful for our past and the things that have shaped us into who we are today. We celebrate the great things that are taking place today, but we also continue to dream about tomorrow. And we want to invite you to continue walking with us, because this is a community effort to see the next 20 years be as fruitful for our friends experiencing homelessness and poverty in Lubbock.